At least 10 people have been killed in Pakistan following violent clashes erupted between protesters and security forces following the reported killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The unrest began in Karachi, Pakistan's largest city, where pro-Iran demonstrators attempted to storm the U.S. consulate. Authorities say more than 50 people were injured during the clashes, with several in critical condition. According to police officials, protesters attacked the perimeter of the U.S. consulate, smashed windows, and set fire to a nearby police post. Security forces later dispersed the crowd and regained control of the area. Officials denied reports that any part of the consulate building was set on fire. Hospital authorities in Karachi confirmed that multiple bodies were brought in, and the death toll later rose to 10 after several critically injured victims died. Protests spread nationwide. The violence was not limited to Karachi. In the northern Gilgit-Baltistan region, thousands of Shiite protesters, angered by U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, attacked government offices as well as UN facilities, including offices linked to the UN Military Observer Group and the UN Development Program. Officials said all UN staff were safe. Authorities reported that protesters set fire to police offices and damaged public property before troops were deployed to restore order. At least 2 protesters were killed in clashes in the region. In Islamabad, police used tear gas and batons to stop demonstrators attempting to march toward the U.S. Embassy inside the diplomatic enclave. Similar scenes were reported in Peshawar and Lahore, where thousands gathered to condemn the killing of Khamenei. Pakistan's government response. Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari expressed what he called profound sorrow over Khamenei's death and conveyed condolences to Iran, stating that Pakistan stands with the Iranian people during this time of grief. Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi urged citizens to remain peaceful and avoid taking the law into their own hands, calling it a day of mourning for the Muslim community while stressing the importance of law and order. The U.S. Embassy in Pakistan said it is closely monitoring the situation and advised American citizens to avoid large gatherings and stay alert. Security has been significantly increased around U.S. diplomatic missions across the country. Rising regional tensions. The protests were triggered by the reported killing of Khamenei during U.S. and Israeli military strikes on Iran, an event that has already intensified tensions across the Middle East. Shiite communities across Pakistan, which make up roughly 15% of the country's population, have historically organized demonstrations against U.S. and Israeli policies. However, clashes of this scale are rare. As security forces remain on high alert and protests continue in several cities, concerns are growing that regional instability could deepen even further.